If you have not seen the Tengah Line, which I explained in part 1, please take a look over here, this card. But if you have seen it, so now today we are going to talk about the Greater Southern Waterfront connecting to Seletar Line, and it will hit Woodlands North at the end, and where the station can be. So let's go. So first up, following through where we left off, which is the Marina South Station being the connection point of Tengah Line and Seletar Line, and where should be the following station. Okay, so if you look back at the LTA website of the map of the Seletar Line, it is starting at the tip of the red line. Okay, so a lot of people will be assuming that it might be Marina South Pier, or is it Marina South? So this one is, we don't know yet. So assuming that it is Marina South, which is my best bet, it will cut through the reservoir, okay, and then you can see that there's a lot of reserve land, which is the Marina East area. Currently there's nothing there. There's only one founders memorial, which is currently zoned to be built, okay, but Marina East will be the new residential before the Long Island takes place in the distant future, okay. So I believe they will be allocating one MRT station for the whole entire Marina East estate, because currently there's no MRT line cutting through this place. So after that, you can see it will cut through the Thomson East Coast Line. So Thomson East Coast Line, currently above there's two stations, which is Tanjong Rhu or Katong Park. So if it is Katong Park turning into station, turning into stadium station, will be a little bit too stretchy because the curvature is a bit too much. So I presume the interchange will be at Tanjong Rhu. Okay, because there's still a lot of spaces of the reserve land you can see on the side can be built as an interchange exit. So either that, or they will skip Tanjong Rhu entirely and interchange at Stadium. Okay, why Stadium is because they're going to expand Stadium in the yellow portion right here, you can see. So I will say that if the government is going to expand the stadium, it is more likely there will be an interchange in the stadium station as well. Okay, so further up, you will see this green line that is going to cut through, which will be the Kallang station. And for the announcement before, Kampong Bugis, which is the southern of Kallang River, and the entire Kallang River above. Okay, later you will see a lot more area that is currently rezoned or under reserve. So Kallang, if it is going to be an interchange, the next station will be a downtown line, which is above. Okay, and a lot of people will be speculating will be Bendemeer. Okay, I cannot say that it will not be, but if you look at the curvature of the map of LTA, it is actually right beside the curvature of this curve here, which is after Mata Station. Okay, right after Mata Station, the nearest MRT is not Bendemeer, it's actually Geylang Bahru. Okay, and Geylang Bahru, you can see there's the older industrial area is currently rezoned, and a lot of places are subject to detailed planning again for residential. So all the more, this area will be more likely be an interchange for the new residential estate to be placed here. Okay. Okay, so now next, after Geylang Bahru, if you draw a line up, okay, I don't think it will cut through the existing industrial estate because there's no need to be. But if you draw the line to the left, you will hit this place called Moonstone Estate. Okay, currently Moonstone is considered a forgotten place. It's below Potong Pasir, and is not MRT accessible. But you can see there's a lot of reserve land currently, and even the MOM services here center is under reserve lease. Okay, so you can say that I'm speculating, but this may be the station after Geylang Bahru. Okay, Not be Boon Keng because it will be a bit too stretched to turn to that side. Okay, my guess. So Moonstone will be a very good ideal candidate for the station to be placed. And for the record, even if the MRT, the new line cutting through existing line, doesn't mean it have to be an interchange. That's why I highly doubt Boon Keng will be an interchange station, or there will be an add-on interchange in the middle. Okay, so after Moonstone, the next station you're gonna hit will be Lorong Chuan. Okay, a bit too far up. Where is Lorong Chuan? Let me see. Okay, up there. So from Moonstone all the way up, you can see this whole one so straight line across. Okay, but sadly to say, as much as the minister wants the MRT line to cut through to Payoh,
I hope we could also go through some parts of Payoh. Some parts of Payoh.
I seriously doubt it can do it unless this land here, the residential side, they turn in and turn out again to be a station in Kim Kiat area. Oh, so Kim Kiat is considered, there's a new BTO over there, and this residential site is very highly potential to be a train station as well. Okay, after Moonstone. So if indeed cut through to Toa Payoh East and back to Lorong Chuan, this may be the highly likely station to be. Oh. Now next, after the Toa Payoh intersection, we will see this big reserve land and above a lot of subject to detailed planning residential land before Lorong Chuan. So of course we know Woodley has a few condo plot, but behind are all empty at the moment. Okay, and Woodley Park currently is already rezoned to be a residential site. So if the government is going to plan for residential here, very likely there will be a station here lah, before Lorong Chuan. So going up to Lorong Chuan, of course, it will be an interchange, and congrats to those who bought Chuan Park. And there will be 2 more plot of residential land on the left, currently for GLS. So will there be a hype again? I'm not sure, but we know lah, the land is getting more and more expensive, especially if you are not only MRT station, you are in interchange. So going up of Lorong Chuan, before hitting Serangoon North Station, okay, you will be going through this estate called the Serangoon Garden, the landed area, and where Chom Chom is right in the middle. So will there be a station in Chom Chom? We explore. So right now, Chom Chom area or the hawker and the market area is totally occupied. There's no more empty land at all. Okay, but you can see that there's a few reserve land there. But I highly doubt the reserve land will be rezoned to be an MRT station. I may be wrong. Okay. My guess is if they're not touching the existing market and the hawker center, they may evict the gas station here, which is the Shell station, I believe, to make way for the new MRT station to serve the residents as a station here before Serangoon North. Okay, so that will be a very ideal location. So next time we don't need to travel taking bus to Chom Chom already. There will be a train station there, and it will be good news for the residential there as well. So following up, you will see Serangoon North, which is the current Cross Island Line station, and it will be an interchange in the future with this Seletar Line come into play. And where the station can be, I think they already allocated lah, standby already, but maybe not open yet. Okay, then after Serangoon North, you will cut through this area, which is the Ang Mo Kio Tech Industrial Area, and the Luxus Hill area, whereby all the landed and cluster houses be, before it hits Sengkang West. Okay, and according to the LTA map, you can see that it is not connected to the LRT. Okay, it's on the left side of LRT. Okay, cutting through the Jalan Kayu area. So we talk about the Luxus Hill first. So because currently this area, the whole landed area has no MRT. So I assume that there will be an interchange or a station right in the heart of Luxus here. Okay, my guess only, before it hits Sengkang West. Okay, so we look at Sengkang West. Sengkang West is very interesting. Of course, we know that the northern side will be the new residential area that they recently carved out. I highly doubt the station will be so far north. Okay, good news is Sengkang West will have two stations. Okay, one at the reserve land you see here above Topiary EC, okay, which is currently for the School for Kids campus. And then the next one will likely be, you see this light blue mixed development land here? Yeah, it should be around this area, behind the Jalan Kayu landed. The best of all world is that we have two stations here, but if not, Jalan Kayu will likely be the station for Sengkang West. Okay, so now further north. Okay, now we will hit Seletar Aerospace, where currently you can see only half of the big chunk of land is currently occupied by Seletar Aerospace, which is a commercial airport. There's no MRT and only a few buses there. And for the record, I think Taylor Swift landed there and take off from there. Okay, so what happened is that this MRT is going to cut through this station, and before it hit the main terminal, I think here at the oval landed, the black and white colonial houses there, should have one station. I say should because this whole big reserve land, we don't know what the government is trying to do. And if they're going to expand the logistic of Seletar Airspace, all the more this area will be further developed in the future. So it's going to be developed and there's no MRT and there's a new MRT going to cut through it, and more likely there will be a new MRT station. So after that, there will be a station likely will be at the terminal site, okay, which is at the heart of Seletar Aerospace. Then it will cut through the Yishun Dam to Yishun. So continuing on, for Yishun, you will be seeing that this Yishun Dam here is connecting to Seletar Aerospace. So the MRT line will likely cut underpass the reservoir and it will hit Yishun Avenue 8. And it will be very likely to be under the Avenue 8 road all the way hitting to the northern side, which it will connect to Woodlands later. So for Woodlands Avenue 8, this road is actually considered the Yishun East of the whole entire Yishun. And the Yishun East is all, I would say, is majority made up of the new BTOs, where they are currently without any MRT access. So this MRT is highly needed, or is greatly needed for the residents in the north actually, because the current red line is already jammed up in the mornings and in the peak hours. So I don't know whether 2040 is in time and they may need it right before that, but for this line, if it's going to cut through Avenue 8, you can see that it's going to cut through a lot of new BTOs. And there will be one EC that is called North Gaya, which is going to TOP next quarter. That is also within the MRT line as well. So a little bit of elaboration on why there will be a station right in front of North Gaya is that there's this place called the Khatib Bongsu Nature Park, which is already slated to be a nature park, the biggest one. I would say it's the biggest one in the north, other than the Admiralty Park, that is right in front of North Gaya. So it is still undergo planning and it's not ready yet, but if it's ready, it is going to be a landmark of the north. So if the new MRT is going to cut through this landmark, it will likely be named after this park itself, and then the station will be not too far from it. Okay, so further north, you can see that it's going to cut through the Yishun North Estate, the Yishun Industrial Area on the north, but currently there's already news of proposal to rezone this as a residential area as well. So other than that, you can see this whole big chunk of yellow land called the Sembawang at the moment. Okay, currently it's used for military purposes, but in the end, if the north side has no more land to be built, I believe this will be allocated for residential as well. So this new MRT is not only for the current residents, and it's also planning out for the future residents to stay here in the north. So following on, it will cut through Canberra, and it will have a few stations, likely will be along the Sembawang North area. And as you know, Sembawang North and Woodlands North are recently zoned for new estate in the north. And Sembawang North will look like this at the end, where there will be a mixed development in the middle, and they are going to overlook the sea view of Sembawang coast. So the Sembawang shipyard is moving out already, and it will be cleared out and rezoned to be a recreational area. So the seafront housing, I'm not sure how many condos will be there, but I heard that it's allocated about 20% of the residential in Sembawang North to be private estate. So definitely there will be MRT cutting through. At the moment it's Ulu, but in the future it will not be Ulu anymore. So last but not least, this MRT will cut through the Woodlands Industrial Park, and then it will link back to Woodlands North as the terminal station. So Woodlands North, as we know, is going to connect to Johor via the RTS in 2026, and a lot of residential land that is zoned out from here, where the new BTO in Woodlands North Coast recently launched is offering sea view to Johor area. So other than that, on the right side, JTC owns the entire land, which is going to be zoned as commercial and industrial area. So currently Woodlands is still underpriced, not because I stay in Woodlands, but you will see that more growth is coming up in the future as more launches are coming to the north and more transport infrastructure are ready, including the upcoming North-South Corridor, which is completing 2027. Yes, in about 7 to 8 years ago, we are talking about this, and now it's coming nearer to completion. So when the transport infrastructure is up, you will see new land parcel will likely be released for sale, and of course that will slowly bring up the price of the north. So if you like this video, do follow me for more, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.